Bummer. One more loss! One more loss which could have been a win! You call yourselves professionals. I have never ever seen a worse group of 25 players. You don't think as a team, you don't play as a team, you don't even lose as a team. You all got your heads so far up your butts, you can't even see the light of day. One more loss and I'll do this! Each and every one of you!
Here, there's a swing, and there's a high drive to left by Matos. Way back there, it's gone!
There, Cannon. Chapman to deep left field. It is gone! Halfway up the bleachers. Down the line. It will! It is out of here! Encarnacion, first pitch swinging. Deep right center. First pitch of the 10th, and it's a two-run homer.
This is bad, guys. The embarrassment that is known as the San Francisco Giants continues. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. Welcome to the post-game show. Today, the Giants lose to the Rays. They had the lead multiple times. They had amazing opportunities to put this game in the bag, could not do it, lose the baseball game, and this is the most embarrassing stretch in the history of the franchise, certainly in my lifetime. What is going on? And I got a lot to break down about this one, primarily in that 8th inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. Every single time. They cannot get the dang runner home. Bases loaded, no outs. And I'm thinking, do something. Out. Squeeze play. Run, steal home, something. Steal home and get thrown out. At least you tried something. Do something. I was watching the Orioles the other day because it was the only game that was on, and they had Daniel Johnson. He was here this year. He was a Giant this year. They had Daniel Johnson at first base. They had someone else at third, and Daniel Johnson takes off. They throw the ball to second. He gets in a rundown, and meanwhile, the runner comes home. They throw home. He's saved. Daniel Johnson goes in. I'm like, they're creating action. Do something. But no. Line out, ground out, inning over. Usually it's worse. Strikeout, pop out, strikeout, inning over. Every time is the same thing. Joe Boyd, what's going on? The Cali Okie, Steven Ortega, Jenny Vega. Alive Insurance, AM Echo Sky. Cozy Codes. Why are people even mad at this point? I'm already buried and mourned this team. The Giants are 1-13 at Oracle Park. Danny Glover was actually at the ballpark. Do we have the photograph? I believe we do. Of Danny Glover. One more loss. Just picture that. He was at the ballpark. There it is. One more loss that could have been a win. And you call yourselves professionals. I have never seen a worse group of 26 players. You don't think like a team. You don't act like a team. You don't even lose as a team. Danny Glover was there. What are the odds? Angels in the outfield, time for taps. Owners don't care. We have a super chat from LG. 99876 I'm done with this team. Not spending more hundreds at Oracle Park for a crap product. It will be worst next year with Jung Hoo Lee, Adames, Devers, and all the money we owe these dudes. DFA. Everyone! So this is a game that I thought they might actually win this game. And I want to tell you something. This game, Giants scored some runs. They got some timely hits earlier in the game, but they just kept giving up the lead. Never really felt comfortable in this game. Certainly it's not the worst game they've played all year, but they're just not a winning team. They can't find ways to win games, but they can definitely find ways to lose games. And that's the worst thing. So to recap this one, the Giants took the lead in the first. Dom Smith had an RBI hit. Adames got a base hit. He stole a base. I know there were a couple of steals, but still, that 8th inning really pissed me off. But Dom Smith got that hit, and then before you know it, Junior Camarero out of the ballpark, tied at 1. Okay, it happens. Then they take the lead back. Christian Koss with a double. Ramos with a double. 3-1. Okay, we're back in the driver's seat here. But then Hunter Fiducia, remember him for the Dodgers? Double. Simpson, base hit. Another a sac fly, another base hit. Before you know it, it's tied. 3-3. It's like, oh, great. They caught up. But then the Giants jump ahead. Adames with a bomb to center field. Dom Smith comes through again with an extra base hit. Koss comes through again. I mean, everyone's coming through. Bailey with a big double. 6-3. Okay, now we keep the lead. This time we keep the lead. Couldn't do it at 1-0. Couldn't do it at 3-1. 6-3, we're going to keep the lead. Boom, double Camarera. Dude, bubble Mangum, whatever you say his name. Double for Magnum PI up in here. Okay, Mangum with the double. Kim with the base hit. Morrell with the RBI. Simpson with the base hit. Before you know it, tied up at 6. Gage came into the game. He wasn't exactly great today. By the way, yeah, we did get, and today was a tough one coming off the injured list. I get that, but maybe he needed one more rehab start, talking about Roop. Tied up at 6, and then the infamous 8th inning. They gave us 2 runners by hitting them, and hopefully, and it doesn't look good for Schmidt, by the way. Schmidt gets hit on the elbow. He's hurt. He's coming out. Pack your bags wisely. Wisely's coming back because that looked bad. So we had a hit by pitch, a second hit by pitch. They're giving us base runners. And then Lee gets on base. Bases loaded, 0 outs. Out. Out. And then, of course, the Rays, what did they do when they got runners on base with no outs? Did they just get out? No. Base hit, took the lead 7-6 and won the game. And that's your recap brought to you by Wolf. I did get those highlights. I don't know if I can play them on the phone. I'm going to give it a try. $199 with a super chat from Wolf, who sent me an amazing compilation of the crash outs this year. It's like 5 minutes long. I don't know if I can play the whole thing, but I'm thinking of uploading that as an individual video because it's hilarious. Just watching it, I'm laughing. Thank you so much for that super chat. Shout out, Jenny Vega is correct. Bailey hit the ball hard. Bad luck right at the guy. Gotta say that, but still, like, I'm going for a squeeze play. If I'm Bob Melvin, I'm doing a squeeze play. If you don't want to do the suicide squeeze, do the safety squeeze. in which case you don't start running home until the bunt is laid down. But Bailey's a good bunter. Why don't they? And I don't know, but do the analytics say that squeeze plays are bad, that anything interesting is bad, and you guys just go out there and swing away? That doesn't seem to be working. We need something called fireworks up in here. Taps is a song that is played at funerals and things like that. It basically means it's a rap. And I would be playing taps right now if I had a instrument handy. Giants, I'm giving them time just because I'm on vacation. I don't have a instrument within reach. Although, if I need to, I may have to head over to a local store that has some guitars and it's sitting around and just film myself playing it right then and there if things get any worse. The curse of helping John effing Fisher. Eric, so hoping your ride, let your windows down, blow your speakers out. If Smith is injured, he's placed on the disabled list. Who the hell is going to take his place? Is Smith hurt? Amazing videos. Humm, baby, love the music and the vibes. Crash outs will be updated. Well, we can crash out. I can crash out right now. And Bailey has known to line out. He lined out earlier this year against the Mets and hit a rocket in the ninth inning right to first, and they caught it. Giants have had some bad luck. Oftentimes, when there's a stretch this bad, it is a combination of things, but I feel like luck is not one of the major. It is a contributing factor, but the main contributing factor is just a lifeless team. And we had Blake say, well, it's just not, for bunts. Burrow sucks, and his team's just not out there doing what they got to do. What's a golden sombrero mean? Come on, you know what a golden sombrero. Did someone get a golden sombrero today? 4 strikeouts. The Giants become a defunct team. Defunct. Even if they win a single game, you better play taps. Well, I don't want to play it on a win, Malone. Just I hate to play it on a win. Like I get back home, Giants win the game, they'll delay it one day. But yeah, the very next loss, unless they go on a 10-game winning streak or something crazy. Okay, I'm going to try to use the best common sense I can. It's coming. It's coming. It's August. It's August 16th. We got a month and a half. It's coming. I'm gonna play taps. Taps is coming. This team ain't winning. This team ain't gonna be in the playoffs. Sorry. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Logan is depressed. Bob, we're not in the wild card at all. Our chat counterparts are not helpful. Posey is in over his head. Belvin warming up the hot seat. Bring back Kapler. Giants now, 4 games under 500, 6 consecutive losses, 1-13 in the last 14 at Oracle, 2-17 in the last 17, 2-15, pardon me, in the last 17, 2-15 at Oracle Park. We need to do not a reverse boycott for one game, a straight up boycott for one game. We ain't showing up. Now, I haven't been going to games anyway. I'm going to River Cats games. And they're actually competing. They lost today, but they're actually competing. They were on a nice winning streak, 8-game winning streak. They're playing pretty good baseball. Bryce Eldridge smoking the ball. Okay. We got dudes here. Hunter Bishop is crushing the baseball. We got actual dudes over here. I'm ready for the crash out. Schmidt is hurt, not Smith. Schmidt is hurt. Schmidt. Now, aren't we playing the Brewers next? We might actually lose 12 straight. We could put a football numbers and still use. Giants win it all. This team has no idea how to use small ball. I promise you, if they would have tried a squeeze play and it didn't work, I would have said at least they tried something. At least they tried something. The Brewers are unstoppable. Brewers are winning on a nightly basis right now. Orioles are not playing exactly great, but they're making things happen. I'm watching other games, and I'm just seeing a lot of trying different ways to manufacture runs. The Giants just go out there and out. It's like nothing. Are they trying to rely on the long ball? What are we doing here? You know, the old school baseball that computers may not like, sack bunts, squeeze plays, these type of things. There's the reason that it was done for so many years, is that's what our common sense tells us, that this should be good. The computers may not always agree, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't just never try these things. Sometimes when you know instinctually, this team is sucking. I don't care the percentage. We're sucking. We can't do anything. We have no life. We need to bring some life into the game. Get the crowd going. Let's do something crazy. Enrique Zamora 3258 dice que, let's say this again due to misspell errors. All it takes is a fly out when bases are loaded. Yeah, a deep fly, run gets home. They couldn't hit the ball out of the infield. They could not hit the ball out of the infield. I don't blame Buster for this. This is on Bomel. And I haven't blamed the coaches for a long time. I defend the coaches. I defend Bomel. I defend Burrell. But I cannot defend them forever. At some point, I'm starting to look at Bomel and saying, do something. You can't go back for them, although you can. It's not like Bob Melvin can't swing a bat. But let's be honest, he's the manager, so he actually is not allowed to go hit for them. So they're not allowed to go hit. Pat Burrell's not allowed to hit. We have to let these guys go hit. And they can't hit. So what do? Figure out different ways. Steal, hit and run, squeeze play, sack bunt, all this stuff. Try things. The Brewers are trying to get burnt out mode. Godsmack. Wolf, God make. Wolf. People started leaving at the 5th inning. We need to do the full boycott. Pick a date and be like, if y'all don't win by this date, we ain't showing up. The problem is, no matter what, there's a lot of casual fans that are still going to be freaking on a successful boycott. There's probably going to be 20,000 people up in there. Bob Melvin, who's a former A's manager, failed the Giants as manager. Fire Bob Melvin. I've seen enough. Instead, they extended him. They gave him another year during a losing streak, and it wasn't even this losing streak. It was another losing streak. It was another bad time earlier. Yes, River Cats. I haven't gone to every game in the series, but there's still 2 more games. I'm hoping to go tomorrow and Sunday to watch the River Cats. Awesome team. I like our prospects. I like our guys. I'm seeing dudes that look big league ready. Marco Luciano's looking pretty good. He hasn't been called up this year. We got guys. Wade Meckler is a guy who puts the ball in play, doesn't strike out very much. He hasn't been called up this year. Obviously, Hunter Bishop, our first round pick from, I was like, hey, 2019. Holy crap, dude. 2018. Hunter Bishop has been in this organization freaking longer than Will Clark. It's been a long time, but he has been, got a nice swing. I like what I'm seeing there. And it's time to shake things up. Bring up the AAA players. Padres, then Brewers, so easy. 7-game loss. Bob Melvin played for the Giants. Yes, he did. Bay Area love. Let's freaking go. Didn't know that. They've given up. I can tell, we all can tell. Just call up the kids or something so they can struggle at first, but adapt. And I think so. I've seen some articles said they shouldn't call up Eldridge. Why? Buster Posey got a cup of coffee in 2009. He wasn't that great. And then in 2010, he was awesome. I think it's nice to give him a cup of coffee because then you can at least get those jitters out. And then next year you're primed, you're ready. And you're like, dude, I'm a big leaguer. I'm going to be helping this team. I'm with one of the fellas, this ain't going to be like, shaking your boots your first at bat. You get those jitters out of the way in a September call up. Okay. So I think they should call up Eldridge. Not now, but in September. Especially once the rosters expand. And I know they don't expand like they used to. We need teams like the East Coast teams, Yanks, Sox, Phillies, and boo our players. Vergonzoso. Absolutamente vergonzoso. In other words, embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. These players, it's bad. And yeah, Giants could have won this game. And if they would have won this game, say a walk-off in the bottom of the 9th, I shit you not, I'm dead serious. If they'd have walked it off in the bottom of the 9th, sure, I would have been a little more cheery mood, but I still would have had the same concerns. I'd have said, dude, this team has been playing terrible, couldn't score a run in the 8th inning. At least they found a way to win it, but there's still major concerns. But no, they can't even get a W. And it does remind me of like playoffs. Talking about playoffs. I'm just trying to win a game, another game. And by the way, the Giants got swept, and I forgot to play some of the clips because I was so pissed off. I actually forgot to play some of the clips from the Padres sweep. So here it is, better late than never.
I'm so glad you're not upset about the Giants getting swept today.
Oh no, it's just a game. Let me just grab my stuff off the bus real quick.
Completely forgot to play that clip last time on the sweep for the Padres, so I had to play that clip right there. This is really bad. Really bad. The Family Guy clip I completely forgot to play it. I always play it. Excuse me. I always play. Always play. I always play that clip after a sweep. Had to be done. Eric, why are we garbage? I have no idea. And we got to do the Harry Carey too, because Jenny Vega likes it. I got to do the Harry Carey impression, and then you know what? The actual Harry Carey.
Tremendous pitcher, great competitor. I've always maintained. Excuse me. I've always. Always.
Oh man. Hey, you know what? Someday, we'll never forget this stretch. This is a classic meltdown. There's been bad stretches that we kind of forget. 2014, they lost like 9 out of 10. And I vaguely remember, but I don't remember who we played or what the scores were. But we're gonna remember this one for a while. We're gonna remember 2025 when they lost every game at home, when they got swept by the Mets, swept by the Padres, swept by the Pirates, swept by every 29 teams. Meckler's been bad. Oh, well, let's stick with the guys who are getting it done now then. You know what I'm saying, Joe Boyd? Meckler's not good? Oh, well, we'll stick with the guys we got now because they're getting it done. You know what I'm saying? No change is needed. I don't care if you want to promote. I'm trying to think of some names of some guys in the River Cats who are not even on the radar of the Giants and not even on the 40-man. And there's some dudes I would rather give a shot to as opposed to some of the guys we got in the lineup right now. Because at least they're going to be motivated. And I'm not saying the guys in that team are not motivated, but you certainly can't tell from watching if they are. I mean, they just don't. They look like they've been checked out. I know they care, but we need to see it. Lady Braves. I know how you feel, man. Bravos are playing so bad, and I'm so done with this team. There's a little air in here. It is a little hot. I just don't see no life. I don't see life in the coaching. I don't see life in the playing. And maybe that's just because we're pissed off. I'm seeing videos jump up on YouTube from people who are not Giants fans. I'm not clicking on them because I don't really want to hear what they have to say, but I'm seeing videos from non-Giants fans who put up general baseball and general sports content, and they're making videos about the Giants and how bad it is, saying the free fall. My advice for Giants fans. I got some advice. Not for Giants fans. I got some advice to what will make us feel better. Win some freaking baseball games. Win some games. Jiminy Christmas. Advice for Giants fans. I don't want to hear whatever advice for Giants fans you got, because it's going to be some bullshit. Don't be so down, guy. This happens from time to time. No, it doesn't happen from time to time. When's the last time the Dodgers went 1-13 at Dodger Stadium? Look it up. I didn't even look it up, but I would not be surprised if it's never happened. I would not be surprised if the Dodgers never, ever went 1-13 at Dodger Stadium. And if it did happen, it was a long mother effing long time ago. I had the Rays in my parlay tonight. No, well enough to pick from the head and not the heart. Good move, Ken Moseyanko. Good move. Eric, I'm afraid this is the end of your viewership. You're gonna have to retype that because I got no clue what that means. Does that mean it's done? My viewership is over? Well, it was a good run then. It was a good run. I'm happy about that. We don't need their advice. I don't need no advice. I see thumbnails coming up. I saw a thumbnail. I don't even know whose video it was. It said, my advice for Giants fans. Shut the hell up. I don't want to know your advice. I got advice for the Giants. Win a baseball game. You don't even have to win a lot. You don't even have to make the playoffs. Win a game at home in front of the fans. Jiminy Christmas. But anyway, I see other videos. I seen a video from John Boy, I think, about the Giants. I've seen videos from people who just make what's hot in the sport. This is what's hot right now. We're the laughing stock of Major League Baseball. We're the laughing stock of the fandom. We're the laughing stock. Oh man, this is bad, dude. But no, I'd have been played taps. I'd have been done played taps if I was at home with the guitar and I would have set it up. I was thinking of doing something cool this year and making a little more, putting a little more effort into the taps video. So I'm going to start work on that probably maybe Monday, and we'll have that. We'll have that Tuesday, Wednesday, sometime next week. It's time for taps. And I hate to do it this early. And the Giants are even, I don't even know how many games out, 5, 6, 7 games out of the wild card. It's not like they're, if this team was hot right now and we were winning games and we were closing the gap on the wild card, then I would not play taps. I'd be like, hey, we're there. We're 6, 7 games, 6 games, 5 games. But instead, we're going the opposite direction. We're trending down, and we're in one of the worst stretches in franchise history, and the worst stretch by far in Oracle Park history. They should let us in free at this point. You guys are charging us $150, $250, $300, $500 to watch this? You should refund every single fan. The trajectory is the problem. The trajectory. I apologize, Paul. I apologize to the chat that I'm not reading as many as normal. I'm pissed off. I'm very, very, very angry. I'm very frustrated. I would never put up a video trying to give some advice to fans of another team when their team sucks. All I could say is, sorry what you're going through. Good luck. Hope things get better over there. I say that to the Rockies. You heard me this year. Remember the Rockies, and I'm sure they're still playing bad, but remember the Rockies were horrible, like historically bad earlier this year, and people were putting up content. I never put up no content on how bad the Rockies are. I don't want to, pour salt on the wound. I felt bad. I'm like, dude, I feel bad if I'm a Rockies fan. Now I know how y'all feel, Rockies fans. Now I know how y'all feel. We're the terrible team. We're the terrible team compared to the Rockies. I'm sure the Rockies are not 1-13 in their last 14 games at not Chase Field, but Coors Field. I'm sure. Fans spend a lot of money on seats, drinks, and food just to watch a team that loses every game. Can't win a single game at home. You know what? I'm glad I ain't going. I love San Francisco and Oracle Park, but this ain't the time to be there. Of course, I'm sure I'll go to another game this year, but not until they start winning. I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for I'm not going to it. No, I'm good. And you know what? I went to a game. The last game I went, this was tripping me out. I went to a game on, I think July something. I went to a game against the Mets, the first game of the series that they got swept. And then they got swept by the Pirates. I got sick around that time. I was going to go to another game of that Pirate series. I got sick. I think they've won one game at home since that game I went to. And that was a long, 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 long time ago. And that's just crazy that they've only won one game at Oracle Park since that game against the Mets that I went to. That's my brain can't even process that. Game one against the Nationals was the only win at Oracle Park. That's hard to even comprehend. That's hard to comprehend. Everyone, I do hope you have a good day. And just, baseball is not everything, thankfully, because if it was, oh God, we would have, we'd be in big trouble if Major League Baseball was everything. Major League Baseball is not everything. San Jose Giants clinched a playoff spot. They're going to be in the playoffs. The River Cats are playing good. It's all about the minor leagues for me. College baseball's over. I'm looking forward to college baseball season. I'm looking forward to spring training next year. I'm looking forward to AAA games. That's how bad the Giants are playing now. Don't get me wrong. I still watch the games and I hope for the best, but I'm slowly checking out, and the post games will continue. Taps is coming. You guys, we're going to stick through this. We're going down with the ship, as we always do. When the ship goes down, we go down with it. And right now we're the Titanic. The iceberg hit, okay? And we're at the stage where the boat is the ship is almost, broken in two, and we're sinking. And there's nothing we can do about it. We cannot stop the ship from sinking. It's going down. I didn't know you're still interested in Eric's house. I do need to put some more videos over there. So the ship is going down, and it's just a matter of whether you want to be on the ship or not. There's some lifeboats. You can jump in one, but I'm going down with the ship, guys. Have a great day. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. You guys are amazing. More videos coming on Eric's house. That Superman video crushed it, man, but I haven't barely put anything up since then. I did watch a few movies. I watched The Naked Gun. That was funny. That was actually, I got some good laughs out of that one. You guys are awesome. I do appreciate you. Player of the game today. Dom Smith has been a really surprisingly good this year. I don't mean that as an insult, but Dom Smith was a really good player back in 2020, 2021 with the Mets. Since then, he's kind of bounced around. He hasn't been, hasn't been a superstar by any stretch. Not even a star. He ends up in the minor leagues in Syracuse. Giants picked him up. All right, a little help with some injuries, but he's probably not going to be here long term. And sure enough, he comes over here and starts driving in runs and had a couple of hits today and an RBI and a base hit and a double. So Dom Smith, player of the game. I really like what I've seen from him today. And second player of the game, pitcher of the game, Luke Casey. He's been really good too. I liked it. We have some good players. We have some nice players, What song would you play on the guitar while the ship is sinking? I have no idea. I have to think about that one. That's a good question. Titanic. I've always been interested in the Titanic. I've done a lot of study. I used to read books about the Titanic. Then that movie came out and everyone loved the Titanic. I was like, oh, and I hated that movie. Because I'm a true fanatic aficionado. I'm like a true historical person interested in it. And now everyone and their mom and their dog all loves Titanic. Y'all don't know nothing about it. but I was just, that was stupid. The movie's actually really good. I can admit that. But all right, guys. Yeah, thanks for the memories. Oh, we got another one. We are the Columbia Shuttle. The Columbia Shuttle on re-entry completely. I forgot the word that they use, but it's a horrible word. Basically, it ceased to be. That thing deteriorated on re-entry. That's not the word, but that's the best thing. And I could just tore apart on re-entry, and they kind of knew. They knew there was a problem. The foam. There's a piece of foam that got knocked out of place when they took off, and with that thing out of place, it meant when they come in re-entry, the whole thing was just going to deteriorate, and they were pretty sure that was what was going to happen, but there was nothing they could do. So they came back in, and that's the Giants. Yeah, nothing we can do but just watch the implosion. Just watch the implosion. And that's the super chat right there. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. You know your stuff, Wolf. Wolf knows. Wolf knows his stuff. That much is definite. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Let's get it on tomorrow. Win a game. Win the freaking game tomorrow. Can we come in here with a win? Can we come in here with a round of applause and talk about a victory? One time. One lousy time. Demony Christmas. One time. Not 20, not 10. One time. One win at Oracle. That's all we want. Shout out to Mad Dog for those who don't know. Can we get a single W? One win. One win. We don't need a 10-game winning streak. We don't need a World Series. We don't need a ring. We got 3. We would like one, but we win one game. At home. One game. Have a wonderful day. You guys are awesome. And we'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
Here, there's a swing, and there's a high drive to left by Matos. Way back there. It's gone.
There, Cannon. Chapman to deep left field.